All right, hey everyone, welcome to another WRP live play TTRPG session. What is WRP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own companies. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And tonight, we're playing D&D. This session features D&D's Shadow of the Dragon Queen, a riveting adventure of courage and valor, where our intrepid heroes face unbeatable odds in a cataclysmic war. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, Game Master, Storyteller. With me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at Sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous, daring heroes. Yes, they are about to find out what is lying on the other side of a door. We'll begin with an introduction for Vass.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm playing Vass. He is a devilishly handsome tiefling bard rogue who has found himself accidentally stumbling across the multiverse. This week's fun fact about Vass, considering that it's November, I have a mustache-related fact. Uh, so, funnily enough, Vass just can't grow facial hair. And it's not that it just comes in patchy. It just doesn't come in at all. So that just means he's got more time to spend on all the other steps of his grooming routine.
Beautiful. We love it. Uh, Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Hugh?
Hi, I'm Stephen Cooper. I'm playing Hugh DeVere, a flashy, flamboyant, and fearsome fencer. My fact about Hugh today is that he's now contemplating why planar flogs are such a frequent.
Oh no, okay, that's my Discord going a little wonky there. Um, Sorry guys, it's raining here where I'm at, and I'm the one that's hosting the Discord call. Um, alright. Okay, Discord's back. We lost Hugh somewhere in that on my end because of the bad reception.
I lost it too.
I don't know.
I was wondering why I was getting those weird looks when I was saying it. Should I repeat it then?
If you want, I got the flamboyantly fencer, and then everything went robotically.
Okay, I said Q's fun fact is he's contemplating why extraplanar frogs are such a frequent opponent of his group.
You know, that's a great question too. I wonder if we'll get an answer on that.
He wonders if it, and out of character, wonders if there's something to do with how I'm playing a French guy.
Maybe, maybe. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Rhubarb?
Okay, I'm front board and I am playing Rhubarb Bafflewander, aka Rue. He is a male forest gnome sorcerer level 8, hailing from the island of Sandcrest, far to the west of our setting, or from far to the west of our setting, whatever. He's 3 foot 4 inches tall, tallest in his tribe. He is 114 years young. I don't know if I have a fun fact again. That seems like a refrain that echoes lately, but I can't remember if I said this, but he's feeling a lot like a magical sponge lately, just sucking up all the magical energies from everywhere he's been over the past several weeks and months, and we'll see where that takes him if we ever make it back to Towers of High Sorcery and normal civilization ever again.
We will see for sure. And then last but not least, let's learn about Victoria.
Hey, I'm Cable. I'm playing Victoria. Victoria Ironhold is a tall, armored knight of the rose, black hair, black eyes, and porcelain white skin. She wears a symbol of Paladine, and her shield has the symbol etched on it.
Heck yeah. Well, with our introductions, it's time that we dive into our session. Before we jump right back in, I know that it got a little hectic there. Just a forewarning, it is storming, or well, rain with chance of storms where I'm at. So if anything happens with the stream, that's gonna be there, and that goes for our Discord too, because it looks like
They
it's.
said every time stream drops, we get a level.
That's not what I said. But yes, for our Discord, I know that it might get a little patchy there, but you need me to repeat something, just ask. As always. But with no further ado, we return to Kryn. We return to Ansela. And we return to our party. As you've been traveling through the old tunnels from Wind's End, trying to get the city of Lost Names. There have been some interesting encounters, but now you have entered into a new room. You've opened the door, and you see crumpled chairs that lie toppled about this room. Sorry, I'm just doing some stuff. The crumpled chairs lie toppled throughout the room. On the north wall, you see it hangs a long stone slab featuring a bas-relief depicting dragons bowing respectfully over a large dragon corpse. A dragon skull is mounted on the east wall. As you all enter into this room, looking around and seeing everything here, you watch green flames blaze into the skull's eyes. And beneath it, you see these incorporeal bones begin to appear. What do you do?
Well, Victoria's going to say, rest easy, spirit.
Can you roll for me?
Maybe show her shield with the symbol of Paladin.
Can you roll for me a base persuasion check, please?
A base persuasion? What does a base persuasion mean?
A persuasion to start the playing field. So, your persuasion check here, we'll see how things progress.
Okay.
Your words speak out, and there is no immediate response. And when the heavy weight of these green flamed gaze begins to rise, you hear echoing from the skull. Let me change our little sound here. You hear a voice echoing from the skull. Ux sorita dot wengoive darnik shafer hisi. And once again, this is a language you do not understand. You can feel, however, there is emotion behind it.
God damn it. Uh, Victoria's looking around. Like, does anyone understand this thing?
Mhm.
Roll for me insight checks here.
Everyone?
Yeah, anyone can roll for me an insight check if you would like.
Oh,
I was so close to being a 19, naturally. Um, I did want to also quickly remind everyone that for the next, I think, couple of minutes, we've got an imaginary green dragon hanging around.
Oh yeah.
As long as I'm concentrating, it lasts 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long has passed. I cast it like immediately before combat started.
Yeah, I'd
So,
say that you've got like 9 minutes left on it. It's not been long at all.
does the green flames and the voice, is it similar to what was there, what we've heard before, or is it any different now that there's a supposed dragon also in the room?
Um, with what you all rolled, the immediate response to your presence was one of disdain, anger. But as soon as you bring the green dragon in, there is um a change in the tone. Uh, there's still that sort of fierceness, that fire, but it seems now that it is almost trying to bargain with the dragon.
Dragons can speak, right? Like they can speak common.
As far as you know, they've spoken common before.
I was gonna have my dragon ask the voice if it could speak in common, but my dragon would have to do that in common, which might blow the charade here. But
So is that do you have your dragon do that?
sure, I'll have the dragon say something along the lines, please forgive these creatures with me. They do not speak our language. And he'll say that in common.
Roll a. I'm going to make this a deception check.
Ooh, I have inspiration. I think I'm going to use it. Roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh man, that's not good.
There is a growl that turns into a roar of fury. And the incorporeal bones begin to shake and become corporeal. They manifest around the skull. A complete skeleton it begins to appear here and animate. And as you are looking now, there is a very skeletal dragon with black sinew and purple fire within, and it roars. And we're rolling initiative.
Oh, now I get the natural 20.
All right,
Magic.
let me get you a visual of what you are fighting.
if we feed it Rue, it will be satisfied.
I mean, I'm kind of small for this thing, right? I weigh like 40 pounds tops. Got quarter stabs and daggers and leafy armor that's just gonna get stuck in all of its teeth and stuff like that. It's not a good time when you eat a forest gnome, really.
This thing looks so cool.
I know, right? God, it's so cool what it said too in its entirety.
Usually every character I make is draconic. Usually. Because it's like Latin of the D&D world.
Alright, so, it seems that the universe blesses you all with a +1 AC for the rest of the session.
Sweet.
So it'll be Vass first. Our Death Dragon. Then we'll have Victoria, Hugh, and Rhubarb. So, Vass, first act, this thing has assembled in front of you. What is it you would like to do?
Vass would like to rethink some of his life choices leading up to this moment, but he can't do that. So, he's gonna have his green dragon move between the four of us and this skeletal dragon and like open its wings up wide and like roar, trying to intimidate the skeletal dragon to maybe hesitate a little bit.
Okay. Would you like to roll an intimidation check on that?
I would. That's a 24.
Okay, I will keep a 24 in mind. Anything else from you, Vass?
I'll probably back up a little bit away from where the skeletal dragon appeared.
Okay. Then it is our Death Dragon's turn. And immediately, in a show of response, its wings go wide out, stretching. It drops its jaw, and this wave of ghostly purple flames comes out towards the green dragon. And Vass, how far away would you have moved?
Let me just quickly look at the map. The room is not very wide at all. I probably would have. I'm assuming we were somewhat standing in front of the skull, looking at it.
Yeah, you'd be somewhere around the chairs and the table from where you had entered in from the room, and then the actual skull on the western wall. Or eastern wall, sorry.
Okay, yeah, I would probably be hanging out in the corner, the southwest corner, just below where that looks like there's a doorway.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd be hanging out in that corner.
Great. Which means that, unfortunately, you would be caught in this. All of you are. I need dexterity saving throws from this breath.
Alright, and if you're within 10 feet of me, you have +4.
Which would be Hugh and Rue.
Saving throw, sorry.
Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Natural 1.
Okay.
Oh, no!
+7. And also plus.
Alright, so, Q is fine. Victoria's fine. Vass is also fine. Rhubarb, unfortunately, you fail. As these purple flames fill this cone around you, that is going to be on a failed save, 40 points of necrotic damage, half as much on a successful one.
Rue goes down.
Okay, cool.
I need to roll a concentration check,
You do. And
and I think I still need to beat a 10
Yep.
because I took 20.
yep.
Not that it matters anymore. I'm pretty sure this thing knows that my dragon's not real.
It would know that your
I do
dragon
need
is
some
not real.
concentration, though.
Yeah, you do keep the concentration, so at least it looks cool. Victoria, it's your turn.
Okay. Damn, that was a messy mess.
I would
Okay.
like to note that as the flames receded back into the mouth, they didn't entirely disappear, so it may have that capability still.
Sweet. Okay, so she's gonna spin around and crouch beside Rue and kind of like cover him with her shield, and then I will use my last 5 lay on hands to give him 5 HP. Although, you know what? I'm gonna give him 1 HP. Because that leaves me with the ability to still get people up, and honestly, I don't think the 4 hit points will make a difference. And then she'll say, I don't have much left in me for healing, so please get out of danger. And then I'll kind of bounce over to Hugh, and as a bonus action, she'll briefly touch her sword to his sword and cast a magic weapon on it, so you have +1 to hit, +1 to damage with it.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, magic weapon's a bonus action, that's right.
Yeah, heck yeah, it is. And so that's it for me.
Alright, as Victoria's turn comes to an end, Hugh, it is your turn.
Alright, Hugh cries out to Victoria. He's taking the left, you take the right, so you can only hit one of us with a breath weapon at a time. And he applies his hunter's mark, and he charges to the left flank to attack.
Go for it.
First strike is a 16.
That'll hit.
17.
Yeah.
17.
Second one will be a 13.
Misses, unfortunately.
Okay, so we got for 10. So 11 magical piercing damage.
It does seem resistant even with the magic.
Okay, and then 2 psychic damage.
It will take full psychic though. And with Hugh, your turn coming to an end. Rhubarb, you've got 1 HP, you're currently prone, what are you doing?
Oh gosh. Rhubarb like coughs and sputters from the ground. Looks around, I guess sees this dragon looming. I would imagine that Rue is somewhere behind the middle chair to the south.
Yeah?
Well shoot. Victoria told me to get to safety. Is that doorway on the left side, is that an open door or a closed door?
Closed.
Okay. But the doorway came in through was open, right?
Unless
wanted
you
to run
guys
out.
closed it behind you.
I don't know. I kind of imagined that Rue still rode in on Victoria's shoulders for some reason, and then got off once we got in the room. But maybe he got off before they came through. At this point, I just want to try and buff my allies up as best as possible. Rue's gonna stand up and use half of his movement, and then I will cast Bless on, I think if it's a first level, is that 3? Let's do a Bless on Hugh, Victoria, and Vass.
Okay.
And then, so that's actually Fey energy that does that. Interesting. Ehrenborg's power. And then bonus action, I probably don't have a lot. I think it's usually sorcery stuff. Rue is going to back up as far as he can down the hall back toward the door that they came through, which is probably only going to be about 12.5 feet.
Yep.
So basically 2 squares.
Yeah, 2 squares could be enough. As you move back, Vass, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to move out of this corner
Okay.
and away from this dragon, and I will make it to. I'm not attacking. I only have 30 feet of movement, so I'm going to try and make it to Rue and give him a health potion.
Okay. Easily you can make it over to Rue and pull your health potion out to pass it over.
I will do that. And I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
Anything else from Vass? Bonus actions?
Yeah, why don't I give a bardic to Victoria,
Oh, sweet.
which is a D8 now.
Heck yeah.
Alright. With that, it
Do I
is...
have a health potion, or did you, like, feed it to me?
You've been given it to.
I just handed it to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw that you're conscious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Baby birding is when they're unconscious.
No.
So, it's our dragon's turn, and there's still, again, those purple flames that come from its mouth, but it's going to raise its claw upward and take a swipe towards you. With a 26 to hit.
Okay, nothing you can do about that.
8 slashing damage, and you are grappled. As the claws kind of wrap around you, the skeletal, sinewy hand sort of trapping you in it. Until the grapple ends, you are considered restrained, and it is going to try and bite you now. With a 21.
Do I still have any reactions?
Yeah, you've not used your reaction, so...
Okay, well, I parry the bite.
Alright, so as you parry, sending the mouth wide just a bit, you hear the growl, you can smell the decay and the burn of the unnaturally colored flame, as this dragon does not like that. Victoria, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Since he's restrained, I wouldn't get the benefit of a flank.
I typically say no on that, but let me just double check on that. But you can get into the area for when that is broken, it'll resume.
Yeah, and that's
Well,
the plan.
I'm just gonna suggest that I can still attack, so I'm still threatening.
No, like that's the thing, but you're also like limited. It's sort of like the incapacitated thing. Not quite where it doesn't exist at all. But
Okay, so I'm going to use a Solamnic Precise Strike.
Okay.
So I'll have advantage on the first one and an extra D8 damage, right? 24 hits, right?
24 will hit.
Okay, so that's 10 damage plus a D8 of 1 point, yay. God damn. Pardon my French. And then the second attack is just a straight up attack.
You got this? Yeah, that'll hit.
This is 19 hit? Okay. For 7 damage.
And
It's a
remind,
longsword, so it's slashing magical.
yeah, I was just making sure that it's slashing. It seems to take the full slashing damage.
That's it for me.
With that, nope, Hugh, it's your turn. You are in this grapple. What would you like to do?
Okay. Can I use? So to escape the grapple, is that an acrobatics check?
Athletics or acrobatics, and it does take an action.
Okay. I will. Yes, I will do that. And is this something that the blessed gets a bonus to or not?
No, bless is only for attacks and saving throws.
Okay. So I did a 12.
A 12 is not quite enough. You are struggling, and you can feel a little bit of the grip release, but it's not quite
Alright.
strong enough.
Well, I feel quite strongly about this, so I'm remembering my inspiration.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
And I get it too.
Oh,
Oh, no.
So, as you're trying to struggle out, unfortunately, the claws just sort of sink in and, like, sort of, dig into the armor a bit here, for this round. Rhubarb. Oh, wait, hold on. Hugh, anything with your bonus action?
Oh, yes. I was going to use my bonus action to activate my dancing sword.
Alright, the dancing sword comes out. That'll hit.
So that'll be a 20. And that will do 8. And there's mark 9 slashing damage. Magic.
Beautiful. Of which it takes all. So as the dancing longsword is now on the field as well, Rhubarb, we come to your turn.
Alright.
I will remind you, drinking a potion does take an action.
I know. Victoria's got plenty of lay on's hands to bring me back every time that I go down, if I go down. Yeah. We can drink later. I appreciate the potion Vass, but I want this thing gone. Rue's going to send a beam of psychic energy at the dragon and cast a Mind Slipper on it.
That's an intelligence save, yeah?
It's a DC 15 intelligence save, yes please.
It just meets it.
Of course it does.
It's its
Okay.
worst one, besides charisma.
That's actually good intel, thank you. And then Rue is going to turn around and make a beeline and run out the door and back onto the stage outside the room.
Okay.
Which, actually, I don't even need to run, technically. I think it's like 10 feet left. Or something like that. Or maybe 15 feet, I guess. Two squares down and 1 square to the right.
Yeah, I'd say, well, I'd call it 20 feet, just to cover all the little bits of it, but yeah, you'd easily be able to get there.
And then my bonus action, I will probably do... You know what? Yeah, let's use a sorcery point. Actually, no. I think a level 1 spell slot is 2 sorcery points, isn't it? Shoot. Let's not do anything. Let's just hang out here on the stage and think about fast singing songs instead of evil, nasty demon death dragon thingies.
Speaking of Vass singing songs, it is your turn, Vass.
Hey, well, Would I know if I were to throw a flask of alchemist fire if that does splash damage? When I read the description, it just says you target a creature and you make a ranged attack.
It would have said if there was splash damage.
Yeah, let me just double check.
What? My second question is, what do I add to my d20 roll? Is it just my deck?
Yeah, it would be your, dexterity. Okay, yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna move up just enough so that I'm within 20 feet of the dragon.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna throw one of my flasks of alchemist's fire. And I don't think it'll matter, but I'll add a d4 to that. That's 11.
A 11, unfortunately, is not quite enough.
I will back up to where I was prior to my turn. Back where I was.
Okay. As
And
you,
I'll give a bardic to Hugh.
as you back up, you give a bardic over to Hugh, and it is our dragon's turn. And as it looks from the crash of the alchemist's fire past the green dragon towards you, Vass. Let me see. The sinew stretched wings flap, and it lifts just enough to graze over top. This will provoke attacks of opportunity as it lets go of Hugh. So Hugh, Victoria, you have attacks of opportunity as it seems to be heading towards Vass.
20 to hit and 10 damage.
Yeah.
15 to hit. Wait, no,
15.
16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Less too. Nice.
Four plus 14, so 18 magic piercing.
Alright. It roars, and it's going to try, as it comes over to Vass, try and bite down upon you. "14 misses. And
It does.
with that, it's going to try and claw strike at you. That is a 25.
That hit.
And that will be 8 points of slashing damage.
That spell's unconscious.
And you are held in its claws. Man, it's like we've been here before. But that is it for the creature's turn. Victoria, it is your go.
Jeez. Vass is in its mighty claws.
Yeah, much the same as
Okay.
Hugh was, but you can see that Vass is sort of slumped.
Yeah. So then I feel like I need to run up behind it and hit it a few times then.
You can get there.
Yeah. So the first one, I'll use my last precise strike. Oh my god. I'm going to add, so that's 12. We got a d4 and a d8 bardic. And I'm just going to add those
Yeah, go
to
for
the
it.
hit. So that's another 11. on
Yeah.
top of the one at 12. So yeah.
Definitely.
Right, so the damage is 6 plus a d8. God damn. So it's a 12, and then the second attack, a 26 to hit, and a 5 for damage.
A certain ability might come in handy here. Just saying.
Are you talking to me?
You're the paladin.
Oh, holy crap. Yeah. And you know, I was sitting there, like at the start of this, like, man, I'm probably gonna have some shit I'm gonna forget about. Yeah.
So,
Damn it.
just putting that out there.
Wait, let me have my turn first before saying that shit. Alright, cool. No worries.
I try and let you play your characters.
This is like my first paladin. in like 5e. So I briefly touched one level of one. But, yeah.
So, with that, Victoria, your turn comes to an end. Hugh, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm not the best dude for healing stuff. I know I could, so I'm just gonna use my hitting with a stick. Okay.
A nat
And
20 is gonna hit, for sure.
So there's the roll for with the base, and there's the hard. And here's a dreadful strike. And assuming it's still alive, we're gonna go again.
$16 will hit. Well, 17 because of the +1.
Where do we get the
17.
+1?
He's got magic weapon.
Oh, that's right.
Another 17 damage.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I'm gonna use my bardic on this, so that's a D8, right?
Yes.
So 17 to hit,
That'll hit.
or 7 and magical slashing damage.
Beautiful, beautiful. As the weapons come forward, slashing, piercing into this creature's hide, Rhubarb, you are on a stage front in a tavern filled with water. You can hear the fight is still going on in the room behind you. What are you doing?
Let's move 5 feet west and poke my head back in through the door. I guess that's the equivalent of poking my head around the doorway to survey the situation. Where exactly is this dragon right now?
Right at that where the room and the gets smaller towards that corridor, because that's where Vash was.
So it's closer to me than when I ran out
Yes.
just a few seconds ago. Oh, great. And I can see Vass slumped in its clutches.
Yep.
This feels eerily like the Shadowfell, doesn't it? Alright, let's see. So maybe we use the same tactics we used on the Shadowfell, and Barb, actually, mechanical question, Faye. If I somehow manage to banish this dragon, does Vass go with it, or is it just the dragon that goes away?
If I remember correctly,
Or is there one way to find out?
if I remember correctly, this is part of your spell. It says you target a creature.
Send one creature you can see to another plane of existence. You know, as much as I would enjoy making this thing go away, I don't want Vass to die in its clutches, so let's use Vortex Warp and cast that on Vass and port him to the stage, like the northeast corner of the stage, which is where he belongs anyway, right at the front of that stage overlooking that audience. Teleport him to safety. That's an action. I assume I can't do anything like save his life on a bonus action.
Unless you've got like a healing word or something, but that's another leveled spell.
That would be another leveled spell. And then back out around the corner to the northwest corner of the stage, and hope that the dragon didn't notice that it was me doing any of this stuff.
Okay. Sounds good.
Don't mind the gnome behind the curtain over here.
Vass, we come to your turn. Would you like to make for me a death saving throw?
Yes, but before I do, let me take a selfie. No, I'm just kidding. I have a question. Does the bless help on death saving throw?
It is a saving throw, and you're not the one maintaining concentration, so you still have the benefits.
That's just barely a pass thing.
Alright, we've got a pass. I'm going to wait just a little bit until my Discord's not being funky to ask you for a thought. Come on, Discord. Stop being so Discordy. Alright, Vass, what was a thought that you had, just before you went down? Oh no. Yeah, my Discord's being weird. Let me type it out for you. Unless my Discord becomes fine in the seconds that I'm talking. This is why I hate storms. Yeah, Discord's all out of whack, I know. Alright, my Discord's back. At least on my end. Vass, what was a thought that went through your mind just before you went down?
Shit.
Fitting.
Yep. That's what it would do.
Yep. And with that, it's going to be our dragon's turn. And it roars, and as it does so, those fires come breathing out. And does it go east or west? It goes towards the west, so, Hugh, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Is that affected by bless?
It is affected by bless.
It is.
Heck yeah.
So 13.
13, not quite enough. So as the fires come through, that's going to be, a very poor roll on my end. That's 24 points of necrotic damage on a failed save.
Necrotic?
Necrotic, yes.
Okay, so absorb elements wouldn't do anything.
Not here, unfortunately.
Okay. So I'll just take the 20.
Alright. So, as the, breath comes forward, that's it for its turn, and you watch as the flames recede lower than they were before. It probably does not have its breath, for a bit. Victoria, it's your turn.
Okay. Yep. Now I'm second guessing which ability you thought it was that I should be aware of. So,
It's
let's
a
go.
paladin's bread and butter.
Oh, that. Well, yeah, I was saving that because I only had one left of that. But yeah, okay. So, am I able to get a flank with you now?
You are.
Okay, so let's do that, and let's fish and see if we can get a decent one off. Okay, so 21 to hit, 8 damage.
Yeah.
And the second one, come on. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess we really have no idea how damaged up this thing is. Vass is down. Q's getting fucked up. All right, you know what? Let's go ahead and I'll add the smite to it. So it's a 3d8 plus an extra 1d8 because it's undead.
It is undead.
So 48. So that's an extra 25. Oh, that was a decent roll. And I think that's radiant. Is that not radiant?
That's a fantastic roll.
It is radiant, and this thing roars out. You can see as the shining light that comes from this blessing of Paladine combats against the necrotic, dead, blackened sinew. It's still there. The fires of this violet light are present, but it's a little out of control here. You're getting
She's
somewhere.
too classy to say suck it, but
Yeah,
the thought is there.
amazing.
That's it.
All right, as Victoria's turn comes to an end, Hugh, it's your go. You are in a flank here.
Okay, well, it's time to lay down the beating. To save the day. So we got first to 17.
That'll hit.
Then nothing. Next is both double 17. So we got 2. 14 and 9 years in. One. And lastly, we have our dancing longsword.
With a crit. Beautiful.
So, add all.
So that'll be 8, 9, 12, 18, 22. Alright, yeah, this thing's looking real beat up. Vass, I did see that the universe has provided you healing. You will be back with 7 HP.
Thank you.
And Hugh, that's the end of your turn. Rhubarb, it's your go. What would you like to do?
So I noticed that Vass is all of a sudden stirring beside me.
I would say so, yes.
Oh. Well, I guess the vortex warp did more than I expected. Rue's kind of like confused and stunned, and then it's like, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Excellent. And now I don't have a plan because I was expecting to have to throw a potion, Baby Bird Vass, and now I don't get to Baby Bird Vass, and I'm a little disappointed. But we will flex. How's about with my trinket that Vass gave me? Is that, I can't remember if we said that that's a bonus action to activate it or an action to activate it.
I think I've got it written down.
Because I think that the flavor text I wrote for it just says you can grant bardic inspiration once a day from it.
I would say that it follows the same line of bardic. So it'd be a bonus action. But let me just double check. Yeah, I'm gonna say, it'll be a bonus action. That's what we're gonna go with.
Okay. So let's reach into the pocket of the doublet and rub the frog's back for good luck. Or maybe it's his little belly. I don't know. Make him sing his song, get some bardic inspiration, get my D8, poke myself back out around the corner. I'm assuming that I'm either looking at the side of this dragon or its backside.
Side.
Looking at its side. That's right, it was facing west, so I'm looking at its left side. This could potentially go really bad if I draw its attention. You know, YOLO, why not? Rubarb's gonna cast a guiding bolt upcast to 4th level
Roll it.
and cross his fingers that it hits. I gotta find the right button to run it. Ooh, that's an 11. And then we get the
D8.
Arctic for a 7. That's an 18 to hit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. 18's gonna hit.
Alright, and so it's upcasted to 4th, so that's 3 extra levels.
So,
2nd, 3rd, 4th. 3.
so 7 dice.
That's 7d6.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's 22. We're gonna use a sorcery point to reroll the 1 and the 2.
Okay.
So the 22 will go down to 19 and we'll go back up by 9. So that's 28 radiant damage, and the next attack on it gives advantage. It's glowing
Rhubarb,
very vibrantly red.
would you like to paint for me a picture here?
Oh gosh. With 1 HP, Rhubarb staggers around the corner once again, sees the left flank of this absolutely menacing being, and just channels which spell energy he has left into a guiding bolt fueled by Lunatari's moonlight, and sends it right into the rib cage of this dragon, ripping it in half.
Nice.
As the red light of Lunatari hits that divine glow from Paladine, the two merging, bursting, growing in strength, and tearing into these violet flames, tearing past the dead skin, the creature becomes no more. The skull drops as it had and rings hollow in what was once someone's home and then a battlefield, and is now empty save for yourselves.
All right. Victoria's gonna look around quickly. Where's Vass? Vass, all right?
Rue just like slumps to the ground
Right
on his
here.
knees and points to over where the stage is.
We can kind of hear Vass out there grumbling.
Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was gonna take that turn. Note to self. Maybe don't summon any more fake dragons in here.
I think we were on the path to this fight either way.
I mean, based on that angry energy from when we came into here, I don't think it was you, Vass.
As you think about what may have been, this is where we must come to our first ad break, so stick tight. We'll see what our heroes have in store afterwards very shortly, but please let the ads run. They're very important to us at World of Witch RP. They help keep our games affordable. If you would like to directly support us, you can always do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen, as well as in our chat room. These donations not just support us at World of Witch RP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month, including special companions, double treasure, double XP, and new quests. So stick tight. We'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and my Discord's doing the weird thing, but fingers crossed, that it's not terrible. As we are returning, it is as our heroes have just defeated this death dragon. Some of them quite badly wounded. And there is just a moment of quiet here.
I don't really have any more heat to give anyone. Sorry.
I have one potion if someone.
I have potions. You can have yours back if you need it, Vass. I still have 3 in my pouch.
I can cast Cure Wounds, but I was planning on saving that for to save a downed ally rather than just out of turn healing.
Just so we could either take a short rest here or a long rest, or just try and heal ourselves up and wander around more.
We did see those double doors.
Now, in character, we don't know how much farther we have to go. Out of character, we know we're kind of near the end, right?
I mean, we don't know what's off the battle map, though.
Well,
Like, what happens after that last room?
so so I don't know, a short rest or
I think
just to secure the area we're in, and then maybe look at a long rest, or what?
I don't know if I really want to bed down for the night in here as much as I need it.
I
Maybe
mean,
rest up, get a little healthy.
I worry about our friends buying us time if we take a longer rest.
Yeah. But out of character, a short rest is 1 hour, right?
At least 1 hour.
So we could spend an hour in this room, like kind of mending our wounds and investigating it and stuff like that.
that's a good idea.
The chair's looking awfully comfortable over there.
Okay, so well then let's take the short rest. I guess is the consensus, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just watch the doors, both directions, take turns. Can we investigate the room while we're short resting?
It'll be a little bit longer than an hour that you're sitting in here, but not terribly much so.
Because I imagine we kind of want to investigate the room anyway. If there's anything else, like, I mean, there's a dragon skull in this like picture on the north side that has some stuff like, and there's these chairs. Is it like this person's like man cave, like victory parlor? Like, this is where I keep my dragon trophy.
Who knows?
Well, with 1 HP, Rue's gonna walk over to one of the chairs, slink down, put his feet up on the table, and like instantly fall asleep. If we're short resting.
Okay. I'll I'll stay up and like basically like skip the short rest and poke around the room.
Interesting.
I don't have anything that. Well, I mean, I only have one ability that comes back on a short rest, and it's Channel Divinity, and I don't need hit points. So
Then yeah, if you want, go ahead, roll for me a investigation check.
Yeah.
On guard, I should be doing guard things. So while we're resting, I do my
What was that, Caitlin?
Song of Rest, most
uh
likely.
I'm a song of rest. Yeah, I should be doing bard things. Um I'm trying to figure out what die is though. I think it's still a 6. I'm trying to find it.
That sounds about right. It becomes a D8 at 9th level bard.
Okay, so yeah, it's a 6. Let me
Um, with a
anyone who's rolling
go ahead with the hit dice. I know my Discord's being weird. 5 extra HP.
Did you say 5, Faye?
Yeah, from the Song of Rest, you get 5 extra.
5 per hit die.
5 per
isn't
hit
it
die?
just 5 period?
Uh,
Or 5 period.
it's just 5 extra.
Okay.
But yeah, as everyone's healing up and as Bass is doing that Song of Rest, Victoria, you're looking around, and with a 15 on your investigation, you're able to tell that this was some sort of lounge room in someone's home once upon a time with the way that it's been set up. However, you'd also be able to tell that the bas relief that is on the wall is different stone than the stone that is utilized for the rest of the room.
Meaning, does that lead me into any particular suspicion, or?
I mean, it could be that someone had some bit of money and was able to purchase a bas relief, but was unable to get one actually carved into the stone of their house. Or it could be something else. You're not quite
Yeah.
sure. Because it's only a 15 on your investigation. I don't
Yeah.
believe you've got proficiency in masonry tools.
No, can I move it at all?
No. It's in the
Okay.
wall.
Yeah, well then.
But yeah, you guys have a fairly uneventful short rest. Nothing crashes into the walls. No more death dragons.
Perfect.
I imagine like Rue like snores himself awake. Does like the snortle. Oh. How big is that dragon's? Is the skull still there?
Yeah,
How big is it?
bigger than you.
Oh.
The dragon was a large creature. Uh, so this is the skull of a large creature.
Is it possible to dislodge a tooth and stuff it in my pack?
Are we talking about the bas relief?
No, I'm
No.
talking about the dragon skull.
Oh, okay. I will. If everyone's up and about, I'll just be like, it looks like that one was brought in.
I mean, if you'd want to take a dragon tooth in an area where dragons have been angry at you, sure, go for it.
It's my trophy. I'll slide it in the pouch with my crab shell that's slowly turning itself into just shards.
Okay.
Can I do an Arcana check on the skull?
Uh, sure. What would you like to try and divine from your Arcana check?
I just want to see if there's any lingering magical energies.
Yeah, go ahead, roll that Arcana check.
18.
No, it seems to be inert. So, no remnant magic.
Victoria, does it seem like this is the only trophy that was really in this room? Do you find anything else while I was taking a snooze?
No, nothing really.
Well, hope you weren't too bored.
Unless you want to try and pull that stone off the wall.
Have it fall on me? Taking enough lumps for one day.
Yeah. So maybe we should get moving then.
Thanks for the healing energy back there.
It's. I wish I could do more for you.
Oh, that nap did wonders.
Are you ready to move into the next room?
Yes.
Ready as I'm gonna be.
As you move past this once lounge, you enter into uh, you enter into a worked stone room. It is full of laboratory equipment here. You see vials of colorful liquids, glass lenses, live mice in cages. There are books that crowd the shelves and overflow onto the floor here.
Wow.
Did you say live mice?
Yeah, live mice.
So that implies someone was here relatively recently.
Are they just in cages and stuff?
Yeah, they're in cages.
Think I can talk to them.
Did you want to set them loose?
Not particularly.
Oh. Oh. Should we toss this room quick or keep moving?
Bree's intrigued by the vials or anything that looks more like alchemical, like that would have been brewing potions or anything like that, since he does his herbalism with healing potions. He's curious.
All right, hey, well, if you want to take a minute to stuff a bunch of stuff in your pack, go ahead. Otherwise, I guess we keep moving.
I mean, if there's like equipment that's just like empty and unused, that's one thing. But if there's like It looks like someone's brewed up some stuff. I'm curious what they've been brewing in here.
Yeah, there's all sorts of things. Nothing seems to be immediately done. Everything seems to be in progress. The vials of colorful liquids seem to be more like reagents or ingredients rather than anything completed. Again, there are these glass lenses. Some of them are over top of the areas near these mice in cages. Others are over top of large texts.
So if you look through one of the lenses that's on top of a mouse cage,
So
does it just magnify the mouse?
it's not, it's near the mouse cages. So like there's a little area set up. Likely perhaps someone who is working with these mice can put them underneath to check for signs or make observations.
Almost like they were doing experiments in here. Chat's got intrusive thoughts. Is it possible to just free one mouse?
If you want.
Rue is going to open one of the cages, take one of the mice out, hold it up by the tail, use his speak with small animals background feature, and say, "Hey, little guy, I'm gonna let you down. Can you run out this room the way toward safety?" See which, then put it down and see which way it goes.
So the simple idea is that you're trying to communicate head to safety, right?
Yes, correct.
You watch it run back to its cage.
That's what I thought it was gonna do. So clearly it thinks the cage is the safest spot to be here, which means we either all should get in cages or it's been conditioned. Because I would have imagined it tried and run through some crack in the wall if it even thought that was safe. Yeah, there's a reason these things are near the bottom of the food chain and we're near the top.
For a second, I pictured Rue eating it. It's like, ow.
Full like Titan Greek god style open mouth, just drops it in.
His jaw unhinges. I mean, I do have part of my background that lets me find, food and water for us to survive when we're out adventuring. So that could be food, that could be dinner if we're looking for something.
When you're starving, any calorie is a good calorie.
That's right.
So, do you do anything else in this room? And this is
Rhubarb
open
doesn't.
to anyone here.
Nope, I'm just waiting for Rue before I push open the door to the next room. So I'll probably wait by that door.
Well, hearing nothing else, your group can proceed into the next portion of this area in that smaller doorway to the north. Entering here, you see a furnished, luxurious apartment, or at least what might have been once upon a time. The lamps and stuffed chairs are old in their appearance, but they do seem well maintained. As you're taking a look around, you hear footsteps. A hooded, crimson-robed figure steps through the eastern doorway and gives a calm nod. There is a bleached skull mask, and from behind it speaks a smooth voice. Welcome. Let's get to the assessment then. And reaches out a hand. You can see a blue gem inside of it, which, with a quick crush of the fist, shatters. And from it, a rush of wind, an air elemental appears for rolling initiatives.
What the crap? Oh my god. Guys, we made such a big mistake by not long resting.
It's okay.
I mean, it's gonna be okay for me, but the rest of
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
them.
This is just an assessment, Cable. This is just
Yeah, didn't
this
you
is
hear?
imaginary
Yeah.
combat. This is
He's just assessing how long it will take for his arrow elemental to kill 4 people.
Wait. So you said someone in a crimson robe with the blue gem and an air elemental? It's like I'm getting like Dalamar vibes here.
Well, Dalamar wore a blue cloak.
And had probably water elementals instead of air elementals. I can't
No,
remember what
no,
those were on the boat.
there were air elementals on the boats, but those weren't really Dalamars. Those were the entire elven encampments.
With Rue's +0 and 10 intelligence, that was all Dalamar, and this might be too.
Yes.
I mean,
And-
Dalamar
What's your
theoretically has a
hatred
change of
flow?
clothes, right?
Exactly. He can't wear the same crap all the time. Wait, that's what we do.
Yeah. I mean, I've got some outfits.
It'll be Hugh first, then Vass. After that, it will be Rhubarb, and then our air elemental and Victoria.
Okay. I apply a hunter's mark and leap into battle against this air elemental.
Okay.
I get a 26 and 22 to hit. Actually, 27 and 23.
Yeah, both of those will hit.
Or 15 and 15 and 8. So that'd be 38 magic piercing damage.
Well, hold on. How long does magic weapon last? Because you did take a
Oh.
short rest.
Oh yeah, no, it's only like a minute.
I thought it was an hour or more than that. It was like a really long term one.
Those in previous. Oh, it is an hour. However, we did
Okay.
rest for.
We did do a break. Okay.
Yeah.
So not 38, but 36.
Which it is resistant to because it is no longer magical. But it does take the full.
And 1 psychic damage.
Yeah, it does take the full psychic. And with that, Vass, we will come to your turn.
Mechanical question with my flourishes. I am assuming I need to be using a melee weapon, but it doesn't say that. It just says whenever you take the attack action. But it's a flourish, so that Seems to imply I would be using my scimitar.
This is from the Bard, yeah?
Yeah, from SWAT. Not SWAT, their College of Swords.
Yeah, so Blade Flourish. Whenever you take the attack action on your turn, and if the weapon attack that you make as part of the action hits a creature, you can use the following Blade Flourishes of your choice. Doesn't say that it has to be a melee weapon.
So would an alchemist flask count as the weapon?
I'm going to say no, because it's an improvised weapon on
Yeah,
its mechanics.
that's what I thought, but I had to check. I'm gonna, if I'm not already, I'm going to get to within 20 feet of the air elemental, and then I'm going to throw my last remaining alchemist flask at it.
Yeah,
That's an 18.
an 18 will hit it.
So it says on a hit, the target takes 1d4 fire damage at the start of each of its turns. The creature can end this damage by using its action to make a DC 10 dex check to extinguish the flames.
Okay.
So it is going to take one whole fire damage at the start of each of its turns.
Well, that'll be re-rolled each time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'll give a bardic to Rue this time.
All right, Rhubarb, you have a bardic. As it is your turn.
Oh. I feel so inspired all of a sudden. Where? I'm a map guy. Where is this air elemental and where is this crimson robed figure?
The crimson robed figure is in the doorway
To the east?
to the east.
Got it.
And we'll say that the air elemental is in the square that's like right diagonal from it, closer to the door that you guys entered in.
So in front of the table, to the west
Yeah.
of the table.
Yeah.
This has got a nice apartment here.
Yeah, it
It
was
is the
luxurious once at one point.
Is this robed figure seeming hostile, or is it just this elemental that's coming for us?
It just seems that the elemental is coming for you.
Yeah,
The other
just
figure
deciding.
just kind of crushed the thing. It's not been their turn, so you don't know anything else yet. But
Understood. I'm gonna save some higher end stuff then. I guess I have Bardic. Might as well take advantage of it while we have it. Let's channel a ghostly skeletal hand to go out and reach out and touch this air elemental and cast Chill Touch
heck yeah.
for a natural 10. Oh, sorry, that's an 18. It's 10 on the die.
Yeah, an 18 will hit it.
Cool. For 7 necrotic damage, and it's slowed? Oh no, it can't regen hit points.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take that necrotic damage. And I have a notice on that it cannot regain health.
And then, is that like a little coffee table or something in the far left southwest corner?
Yeah, why not?
I'm gonna go stand on it.
So you're going to push the lamp that's on top of it off?
Is it like a lamp like a genie would come out of, or just like a...
No, it's like a nice lamp, but it's not like a genie lamp, but...
Oh, you know what? I don't want to break that in case someone wants it for their apartment. And I can't gently put it down, so I'll stand beside the dang thing to the far west wall between the couch and the end table.
Alright, yeah, so as you stand at the far western wall, it is our air elemental's turn, and it will take a d4 at the start of its turn. Why don't we have Vass roll that?
Sure. I did so well last time. Oh, double 2 points this time.
You know, we're working our way up there.
Okay, guys. In a few
Slow
more
burn.
turns, I might deal some actual damage.
it's going to go, since Hugh, you're right there, it's just gonna go after you. This thing's pretty simple.
Just like me.
So,
We know that's not true.
it sort of, it sort of gusts up and will move right towards you, trying to engulf you as its form, creates this whirlwind. Can I get a strength saving throw from you, Hugh?
My rarely used strength proficiency. And I crit.
Heck yeah. So,
Nice.
you are successful. You'll take half of this damage, and you do not get flung away. So that's 12 points of damage on a failed save. You will take 6, and this thing's just kind of creating like a ringing sound of wind in your ears. And that's it for our air elemental. Victoria, it is your turn.
Yay. Okay. I kind of feel like you kill the mage, you kill the magic. So, do I have enough movement with 35 feet to close in with the mage?
Yeah, you would. You'd just be able to close in.
All right. And then we'll bust out some sword to its face. Because it was wearing a mask, you said, right?
Yes, the mage is wearing a mask.
So it's a 17 hit.
Do, 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 do. Let me double check. A 17 will hit, yes.
Okay, for 7 damage. And the second strike, 22 to hit for 12 damage.
Okay, good to know.
And that's it for me.
With that, she will take her turn. And she will, in a burst of magic, move to the other side of the room with a Misty Step and takes the dodge action.
Oh, shit.
And Hugh, it is your turn.
Okay. I am maintaining my policy of stabbing this thing.
Okay.
So we got 14 to hit.
A 14, I believe, just misses our air elemental. Let me double check. Yeah, 14 just misses.
A 26
26 hits.
or 13 piercing and 2 psychic.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And my dancing longsword makes its contribution to the battle
Hell yeah.
by missing.
Oh no! So with that, Hugh, your turn will come to an end. That we will come to your go.
Okay. So Victoria is attacking the robed person and he
Tried
is
to.
attacking the elemental.
Victoria hit the robed person, but then the mage transferred over to the other side of the room and has now taken the dodge action.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I will move up into a flank with the air elemental.
Yeah. As you move up,
And
you're able to see that the flickering of the air elemental almost takes on draconic elements at time. Like you see a portion of a wing or a snout, and then it's lost to the roaring winds.
I don't like that, so I'm gonna stab it with my fiery opal black dagger.
Yeah, go for it.
Does an 18 hit?
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely.
All right, well, that's gonna be 6 plus my sneak attack. We're back to that center here. So another 10, that's 16, and I'm gonna turn it into a defensive flourish.
Hell yeah.
We're at 16, and we're gonna add another 7 for 23 3, and my AC is sitting at 25 right now.
Beautiful. And the air elemental with these flames that flicker between its wind, the almost draconic outlines that you see, it's starting to waver and lose some of that shape, but it's still present as of right now. Rue, it's your turn.
You said that the mage teleported across the room. Which room is across the room? The east room or
So it's
west
now
room?
in front of that northern door, slightly.
Oh, okay. So,
So it's still here being able to watch the fight.
oh,
So it's not kind of between the chair and the wall.
and again, it still doesn't seem
Yeah,
overtly hostile.
moved over with a misty step and took a dodge action. It could have done any sort of horrible attack towards Victoria and didn't.
Right. Hmm.
I see what you're trying to do, and I refuse to accept it.
If I didn't want to conserve my spells, I would Misty Step over next door and say hi, but that seems
I mean,
silly.
you could walk that distance. It's what, only
But
5
that's
squares?
but I mean like it's like you mirror what they're doing, right? It's like I see your Misty Step and I'll also Misty Step. It's fun.
It's whatever you want to do.
I know. But I'm not gonna do that because I don't think they're a complete imminent threat, and I've got my eye on them. Um, Rue's going to, we haven't done this in a little while, and I love this spell so much. So Rue's gonna channel the light of Lunatari at the air elemental and cast a sacred flame. I need it to make a DC 15 Dex save.
Right, it's pretty good at dexterity. But it just fails with a 14.
Yeah. That's a fantastic damage roll. Smack. That's 15 radiant damage.
All right, it's looking a little rough here. Anything else from Rhubarb?
That's a couch next to me?
Yes.
Can I cast while I'm seated on a couch?
Uh, I'd say if you are
I'm
in a
tempted to go like sit down on the couch.
yeah, I'm gonna say that if you are in a seated position, you are gonna technically take the prone.
Got it. I'll stay in my little square by the couch and kind of be a little more nimbly ready in case something goes down. I've got an eye on the elemental with my right eyeball and an eye on the mage by the door with my left eyeball.
Okay. So, with that, it will come to our air elemental's
Chameleon eyes
turn.
on this thing.
It'll come to our air elemental's turn. And it's still on fire, so we're gonna get another D4 from Vass.
Oh. Ooh, move it on up.
It is still one more round.
Whoo! We keep moving upwards here. The ball is rolling up. It's... I'd love to mention 20. You guys, as the fire crackles in the flame, Hugh, and, Vass, the closer ones towards this creature's going to whirl out and try and take 2 slam attacks, one at each of you. That is a 25 to hit Hugh for 11 bludgeoning, and then a 21 to hit Vass, which I believe misses right now.
That misses right now.
So, Vass is unstruck And Victoria, it is your turn.
All right. Okay, so looking at the room, it looks like I could still move over there and punch this mage up.
You can try.
But what I'm thinking is that this mage should be our mage's problem. So let's move over there and put 2 strikes on the air elemental just
Okay.
to try and be done with this.
Yeah, go for it.
The first one, 11, I'm assuming misses,
Misses.
and the second one, 15. 15? 15 misses.
A 15 just hits.
For 7 damage. Magic. And that's it for me.
Okay. So with that, it is our robed mage's turn, and again, just takes the dodge action, sitting in the back, watching. Hugh, it's your turn. You've got the air elemental right in front of your face. What would you like to do?
I continue to do the.
Alright, the 15 will hit.
You have advantage from
Okay. I'll do. I get 2 hits.
Alright.
20. $30.
Oh, heck yeah, that is,
And
with the full amount of damage here, even the partial, piercing that you're able to, take off, the air elemental dissipates from your strikes, and in that same moment, you hear a word from across the room. Enough! And the robed figure pushes back the hood of her robe, removes the skull mask, and you see these elven features, this bright, almost ashy hair, blonde, and please, forgive the rough welcome, but it was necessary to appraise your abilities. I'd like to speak now.
my dancing longsword was already heading towards her to strike, so it holds just her. And he says, "You rode the wind and reap where."
Oh no, I lost some of that with the Discord static. At this point, so long as no one else will try and take an aggressive action, we can have initiative end here.
The only thing I was thinking about doing, but it's pointless now, was I was gonna try and cast Mage Hand and take the mask off of her face, but I knew that was 2 actions, and she did it for me, so I didn't need to.
Okay, I'll keep my shield up. We'll put my sword away. Speak quickly.
I am Demelin, High Wizard of Anyari. You're not the first visitors my fallen city has had in recent days. The world that forgot us has been flocking here, to the paradise of Istar. I fear that although my home has suddenly been remembered, its lessons have not.
Damn. I knew elves lived a long time, but
You mean like the lessons that dragon tried to teach us back in your back rooms?
Potentially. Not specifically whatever lessons it claimed, but hubris. The thought that mere mortals could rise to godhood. And we are above the laws. Above balance.
okay, what were you telling us?
What was that, Cable? I did not hear. It's the Discord.
Like laceration Discord.
Oh, I wish.
Victoria says, why were you testing us?
To see if you are worthy, able to expel the strangers that have taken up a residence in this tomb. I know not what they are doing, and I cannot take an entire army on myself. But this city must never fly again.
Fly.
Fly?
Yes. Anyari was a city above mountains. We rose where once only dragons existed. And what a terrible price we paid for it.
Did the dragons destroy your city?
There is a single nod. I sense amongst you, you carry history, though you may not know it. You carry a Dragonlance, or at least part of it.
I've forgotten all about that until this moment.
Someone else didn't.
I don't, not really around anymore.
May I see it?
That was in my pack, right?
It was.
Like I'm not on crack.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm Victoria's gonna look at Rue and Hugh. Like, what do you think about this?
Well, Hugh's player only caught about half of that because the audio was cutting out. So,
Mm.
something about how the city shouldn't fly, and she wants to see if you're strong enough to take it on. And Hugh is always thinking he's strong, capable enough warrior to do anything. So, he is eager for this challenge. But his judgment is not always the most reliable or sensible.
And Rue, do you think we should trust her?
I mean, the last elf that we gave one of our artifacts to disappeared with it in the middle of the night, but we're not sleeping on this one unless I was gonna make a comment about Vass and the bedroom and elves, but we digress. Um,
We'll just skip Vass's judgment on this one.
You need not worry. Anyaria is my tomb, and I plan for both of us to stay buried.
Okay. Victoria will put her sword away and dig around in her pack for the busted up remains.
As you...
She's been using it as like a pot handle.
Right? It's how you get the kettle off of the middle of the fire.
Yeah.
As you bring it out, Demelin has both of her hands, palms up, ready to take this fractured piece of the Dragonlance. And as you lay it at her hands, she begins to look over it. This is where we're going to take our next ad break. So, stick tight. We will be right back to continue our story and figure out what's going on here. Hopefully with minimal Discord issues and connection issues, but please let the ads run. They're important to us here at Little Witch RP. If you want to directly support us, you can do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that is on screen or in our chat rooms. These donations not just support us at Little Witch RP, they unlock awesome perks for the entire community, benefiting everyone who plays with us for the next month. Full list of those perks are available on our Discord, so check us out there. And we will be right back. All right, we're diving back in while Discord's still playing fairly here. Oh, and it looks like okay, no, there are my captions. So, we're just gonna dive right back in as Victoria, you've laid the broken Dragonlance onto Demelin's outheld palms. There goes Discord again. This is important things, so if anything gets lost in Discord, please let me know. I have seen this before. Not quite in this state. This was the Dragonlance of a Knight Salamir, cursed by Paladine after the knight slew the gold dragon Carvaz.
Yes. Yes, we met him.
It is no coincidence that it has reemerged. I would say to you to seek out the Temple of Paladine in the northeast of Anyari. see why the god has returned the lands to this city.
There's a temple for Paladin here?
Anyari existed before the cataclysm. You can find temples for many gods here.
Is there one for Lunatari here?
There was once. I do not know if it survived the fall.
Because I'd really like to meet her in person.
Demelin keeps her eyes, and you can see that these are a very ruddy brown, almost red color eyes on you, Rue. Anyari is no place for novices in its current state. Should you wish to become a true mage, I have administered the test many times.
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
oh.
So I would recommend you rest up before partaking on such a journey.
Oh boy.
Let's give Rue his dues.
Oh god.
Whose turn it is there?
Was she speaking to Rhubarb specifically of like resting up before this, or the party in general? She's singling him out as much as it sounds like she is.
She is very much paying attention to Rue, particularly in this moment. But that could be a welcome invitation for everybody to rest up.
Have you seen anyone else cast magic? Like, I know Vass hasn't, 'cause he's been out of slots for a long time, but has Victoria or Hugh cast any spells
Well,
In,
while she was there?
Victoria's spells are different. Like they'd still be welcomed in the circle, but so far you don't know. Hugh's magic isn't quite so ostentatious as Rhubarb's.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Well, as long as you're a robed wizard or wearing the medallion that you have saying you're an apprentice, it at least won't get you hunted down by bounty hunters.
It's in my pouch somewhere.
I mean, I hate to say it, but
I don't.
I feel like we won't much use without regathering our strength. Either way.
Yeah.
The
How long does
invaders.
this?
The invaders of Anyari would make quick work of you in your current state as well.
Great, thanks. How long does this test take?
It is different for each mage. It is sometimes longer, sometimes shorter. In the times of old, there would be many tests. Casting every spell you know. Spell battles. But by coming this far, you've proven yourself. Only one test remains. and it is up to you. If you would like to decide to find out who you are and take up your robes, it may be accomplished. And it is not something you must do alone, though if you bring companions, there may be slight complications.
Oh. I need to find out who I am. I will take your test.
Hell yeah.
And will you do this alone or with your companions?
Does it endanger them?
Not in a way that you think. Death will seem a real potential to each of you in the test. But the test is more of the spirit than the body, the mind.
Well, I will stand beside my older brother, no matter where he goes, if you have me, and challenges of the spirit are up my alley.
We entered this continent, this wasteland, as individuals. But through all of our time here, we have grown into brothers and a sister. I think I speak for all of us in saying that our spirits have grown intertwined through all of this. And so if it's a test of my spirit, then it seems only fitting that all of us should be involved in this test and not just one of us. But I won't force any of them to take a test that they don't want to take. But Rue reaches out and holds Hugh's hand. And his hand's very cold.
Oh, I won't leave you to face danger alone.
I'll be the help.
Then take this time to rest. Prepare yourselves. I will take this night to prepare the potions necessary to allow you all into the test. And if you have questions, I will answer what I can. So,
I did have a...
Oh.
Sorry.
go for it.
Distant. Is there a way to restore the Dragonlance? This dragon?
If there's a way to restore it, only Paladine knows. and you can seek those answers in his temple. Oh no. Alright, because we're having so many technical issues with Discord, I think this is where we're going to cut for this session, and I'm going to work with the cast to make sure all of our players get the answers to their questions here. And of course, I will see you guys in the next stream. Terribly sorry that this one was so riddled with some issues on connection, but hopefully those will not be in place next time. I hope my players had fun. I will make sure that I answer all of your guys' questions here. And I will see you guys, of course, in the next stream. Until then, head over to wildwitch.com, check us out there. Join us in our Discord, jump into a game yourself, and as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. See you guys later.